Well, very good morning, student. Again, I welcome you in this session, the lecture number 20. It is very small session, and today we will learn the agreement of verbs with the subject, tense, mood, and voice. So this is the part of grammar, and it's very important to understand what are the agreement of verb with their subjects, tense and moods and voice, how it can be utilized in the grammatically fit, so that it can be improve our communication skills, followed by the meaning and sense of any material or spoke or apni speech. So in this way, today we will learn something about the agreements. So first of all, let's understand what is the subject verb agreement. What is the subject verb agreement actually? Subject verb agreement means that the verb in a sentence matches the subject in tense, aspects, mood, number, persons, and gender. This helps readers understand who or what is doing the action. So that is called the subject verb agreement. What is the tense? Tense, the time when the action takes place, such as past tense, present tense, or future tense, when any action was happened. So this is deals with the tense. For example, she writes every day, it is a simple present, and she will write tomorrow, simple future tense. She wrote yesterday, simple past tense. In this way, we can understand when the situation was happened or when the action was happened. We talk about the mood. What is the mood? Mood means the way a verb is used to convey the meaning, such as to state, command, or instruct. For example, please get vaccinated as soon as possible. That is a imperative mood. Please get vaccinated as soon as possible. This is the imperative mood. So in this way, we can understand the verb is used to convey the meaning. So that is called the mood. And now what is the voice? Voice, whether the subject performs the action. Whether the subject performs the action, active voice, or receives the action, that is the passive voice. So there are two type of the voice is the active voice or passive voice. Yes, for example, Williams Faulkner won the prize in 1963. This is the active voice, and a prize was won by the William Faulkner in 1963. This is the passive voice. So in this way, we can understand how the voice can be used, that may be active and passive. Subject verb agreement examples: the dog drinks his water every day. Neither you nor your dog know how to behave. So these are the subject verb agreement examples. So these are the voice and passive voice, active voice. You can understand, you can go through books also. And moods, that is also important to understand. Mood in such way, in a state, command or instruction was given, that is called the moods. Well, students, we are already learning different moods with the subjects, and how we can make correct uses of agreement of verbs with the subject, focusing on tense, mood, and voice with the examples. So here it is very important. Without example, we cannot learn these particular grammatical things. So here we are trying to make you more clear with the examples how these agreement of verbs are used, and that subject is focusing with the tense, mood, and voices. For example, we are coming to the discussion. So number one, we will discuss about the subject verb agreement. What is the basic concept behind the subject verb agreement? Means the verb must agree in number and person with the subject. Singular subject takes singular verbs. It is very clear. It is very clear written that the singular subject takes singular verbs. Plural subject takes plural verbs. Means according to subject, the verb will be there. Must be agree in number or must be agree with the person. So that is very important to understand. Then coming to the next, that is the agreement with the tense. Means agreement with the tense means the tense of the verb shows the time, that is the present tense or past tense or future as per this. So the verb must be agree with the subject but also reflect the time of action. The verb must agree with the subject but also reflect the action. What other, that may be the examples like that. She walks to school every day, that is the present tense and singular subject being used. So this subject is, the sentence is the correct. She walks to school every day. Another example, they walked to school yesterday, means past tense and plural subject. They walked to school yesterday. He will walk to school tomorrow, means future tense, singular subject. So in this way we can understand the agreement of the verb with the time or with the tense. So in this way so all the things must be matched. So we could learn how the agreement with the tense, the verb agreement with the tense. Now agreement with the mood. Mood expresses the speaker's attitude towards the action or state. Mood means the speaker's attitude towards the action or state. Indicative moods, number one. These moods may be of different type. Number one, indicative moods means states facts or asks questions. Normal subject verb agreement. For example, she is happy. Normal subject verb agreement. For example, it is indicative mood. She is happy. How is she? She is happy. Imperative moods gives the commands or request. The subject is usually you is implied. So verb form is base form. For example, you go now. Who go now? You go now. This is the imperative mood. Now subjunctive mood. That expresses basis, hypotheticals or conditions contrary to fact. The verb often takes a special form, usually based from the regardless of the subject. For example, I wish he were here. It is essential that we present. So in this way, this is the subjective moods can be understand, and you can go for the further reading. The next is the agreement with the voice. There are two type of the voice we generally use, the active voice and passive voice. The voice shows whether the subject performs or receives the actions. Active voice, subject perform the action. Verb agrees in the person and number with the subject. For example, the dog barks loudly. Singular subject, singular verb. The dogs bark loudly. Plural subject, plural verb. The dog barks loudly. Singular subject, singular verb. The dogs bark loudly. Plural subject, plural verbs. So this is the active voice. Now we coming to the passive voice. Here the subject receives the action. Verb phrases includes a form of to be or the past participle. Then it will convert it into the passive voice. For example, the letter is written by her. Singular subject, singular is. So the letter is written by her. The letters are written by them. Here plural subject, plural are is used. So that's why. So the letters are written by them. So in this way we can understand the agreement with the voice in passive voice, in active voice both. These are the further important rule. These may be different aspects like the tense, mood and voice. What will be the rule? What will be the examples? We can here we can summarize like tense, verb matches subject and time. That is the rule. Here verb matches subject and time. What will be the example? That is she runs in present. They ran, that means past. They ran past. She runs, present. Indicative, normal agreement. It is what? He works hard. For example, he works hard. Imperative, base verb from you implied. You listen carefully. You will be required to listen carefully. Subjective base verb regardless of subject. I suggest he go now. This is the different type of moods they can be understand. Now we are coming to the voice, active voice, passive voice. Active verb agrees with the subject. Passive to be or the past participle will be used. The cat catches the mouse. The mouse is chased by the cat. So here the third participle, past participle was used, or to be. In this way, that active voice will be into the passive voice. So these are the basic example, and I hope that with this discussion you could learn the different aspects like the tense, the mood and the voice, and how they can be utilized in the grammar, and how you can make your communication more strong, rather it by understanding the different rules and regulation of the grammar. The grammar is more important in the communication skills. So yes, today we would like to make questions. You can have such type of questions before you, like that. What do you mean by the subject verb agreement with the tense, mood and voice in grammar? So you can go through these all the material, and you can write in your answer sheets that what is the mood, what is the voices, that active voice, passive voice, and what are the tenses, and likewise. So that will complete your that work. And the practical, practice the subject verb agreement in writings also, or try to learn from the literature, readings and all. And these are the books that can be referred to learn more about the verbs agreement and all. So this is all. Thank you so much. I would like to wind here. Namaskar.